Today we're going to look at the absolute worst Magic the Gathering cards at a super low mana cost. I'm going to start off with Delif's Cone. This is a 0 mana artifact. Now you get to tap, sacrifice Delif's Cone if target creature you control is attacking and is not blocked. You may choose to gain its life in power. That's right. I don't need to deal damage. I just need life. Now, if you choose to do so, it deals no damage to an opponent this turn. This is absolutely backwards of a type of card. We're actually spending a full card to gain life from my attacking creature, but then excluding the actual damage to their face. This is like half of life gain. I have like half a card here. Like it's a card, but I didn't spend mana, and I get like half of an effect. Absolute nonsense. Authority of the console. This is insane. Authority of the consoles. I play this though, so I feel it's weak as F. This card is actually way too good. So it's a white mana, 1 mana enchantment. Your opponent's creatures come into play tapped, and whenever they come into play, you gain 1 life. Easily disqualified. We're looking for the worst cards, Pete. We want the worst. We're not looking for the best. There's a lot of cards that, and not worst by, I mean, it danger. I mean, it worst as in, you know, sad foghorn. This is a pretty common one, the Juju Bubble by Dem. Juju Bubble, 1 mana artifact, community upkeep 1. So, I mean, it's not a very good turn 1 play, to be honest. It'll be gone before you know it. If you play a card, you bury Juju Bubble. That's right. So if I don't pay the mana, I bury Juju Bubble. If I play a card, I bury Juju Bubble. And pay 2 just to gain a singular life. Outside of infinite mana, it is infinitely useless. Restion Serpentine with the Hidden Stag. Maybe it should have stayed hidden. Okay, this is a 2 mana. Oh, I forgot. I was supposed to say this. Okay, hold on. We got it. It's supposed to be 1 to 0. We're gonna say the worst low mana cost. 0 to 1 mana. There we go. No 2 mana. It's got to be 1 mana or less. We'll do another one at 2 mana one day. But right now we're working with like the real tiny stinkers. Okay, so there is. Did we just do Delif's Cube? Okay, Delif's something else. Delif's Cube. 1 mana artifact, pay 2, tap. If target creature you control attacks is not blocked, it deals no damage to opponent. Well, Delif didn't want to deal damage. You know, didn't want to hurt anybody. It was just that it was all for show. Instead, put a cube counter on Delif's Cube. Pay 2, remove a cube counter to regenerate target creature. We're saving up the power. We're charging it up to charge us back up. Okay, next up, let's take a look at Will Anderson, Acacian Money Changer. Changing the monies. Okay, we have a white 0/2 Townsfolk. Okay, I'm not reading the ancient scripture. I had enough of the ancient scripture. Human, ETB with 3 credit counters on it. When the money changer enters, it deals 3 damage to you. Oh my goodness. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a credit counter on Acacian Money Changer. So we got 4 credit counters. Sacrifice, you gain 1 life for each credit counter on Acacian Money Changer. Activate during your upkeep. This is a new low of bad. I didn't even know that even existed. This picture was taken by I can't remember. This has like, this says some sort of weird snapshot of a security camera and then turned into a painting vibes. Next up, Juha with a Quarter's Shield. Ah, yes, the 0 mana equip creature gets +0/+3 and equip for 3. That's what makes this card really bad. You know, you want that toughness. We gotta pay 3 mana for this. It's basically like, I don't know, what is it called? You know, you get the game for free, but you gotta pay for the actual utility. There's I can't remember what that's called in gaming. You download a game for free and then you have to pay on the inside. So that is what a Quarter's Shield is. Okay, now Yeah, downloadable content. Something like that. Subscription fee. Yeah, stuff like that. Can we say Dark Steel Relic? No. No lands! No. Hold on. Dark Steel Relic is... Oh, no. That's not a land. Sorry. Dark Steel Relic. You know, another video, people are like defending this thing like crazy, as if they're like, there aren't any other 0-mana artifacts to put your, you know, Ensoul artifact on. Like, is there anyone in Commander seriously playing with this card? They're like trying to say, this is great for Storm. No, it's not. This is not good for Storm. And it's not that good for Affinity. Affinity has like an abundance of 0-mana cards that they can play. The last thing they need is the Dark Steel Relic. It's basically a bump on the log. Doesn't do anything other than that. No, we already got one friend out of you, damn. Okay, one with nothing. Shout out to one with nothing. Still doing nothing. This is the most highly anticipated bad card to one day be good, but frankly, if it's not good now, it probably never will be. Meme Brule, thank you very much for the super chat. The Soul Talisman. Yeah, just a Soul Ring many turns later. Does anyone play this? Mana for this thing. It does have mana value 0, so I'm going to give it to you. You got to pay 1 mana up front. You got to wait 3 turns, and then you cash in on your 2 mana. But it might be too late at that point. Might be too late. In-game purchases. That's what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking of. App may contain in-game purchases. This is a bit too early for no card yet. West Coast Games. Apocalypse Chime. No, disqualified. 1 to 0 mana, please. 1 to 0 mana. Ooh, Jackal Pop. I like that one. This is the greatest fall from like tier 1 to tier unplayable. It's a red 2/1 Jackal, and whenever it's dealt damage, it deals that much damage to you. So I mean, it's a completely useless blocker. Not to mention, you risk getting hit for a ton of damage if you attack into a big creature. Which I know exactly. It used to be great, you know. Basically, how do I put it? It's like F's in chat for the poor Jackal pup. This is not what it used to be. The game is not the same. They got blockers now. They invented creatures. Back then, creatures were terrible and completely useless. Christopher B, Life Lace. Life Lace is a 1 green interrupt. Change the color of target spell or target permanent to green. The Green Thumb. Cost to cast, tap, maintain, or use a special ability of target remain unchanged. Okay, we got, is Indicate a real card? Is it not? This is like a joke card, isn't it? No, this is Vindicate. I don't know how to get Indicate. I know what you're talking about. It's like 1 mana, target a spell or something like that. Something to that effect. Bryce is like, Wild Dogs. It is 1 mana. Somewhat recent. Green for a 2/1. At the beginning of your upkeep, if a player has more life than each other player, the player with the most life gains control of Wild Dog. That is not a very loyal... That is a horribly unloyal dog. Good thing you can cycle it away. Okay, we got... next up, Benjamin with Arkham Slay. One mana artifact, pay 2 tap. Attacking this turn does not cause target creature to tap. You cannot use this ability if defending player controls no snow-covered lands. Holy moly! You know what? I would love to play this in Legacy against like I'd like to have it in the sideboard for that rare moment my opponent plays an Iced Fang Quaddle deck, like with Snowlands, and then I like pull out the Arkham Slay. Bam! Got him! Even though I don't even think it would be very good. At least, you know, it doesn't work unless you have a Snowland, but I know you have a Snowland. Imagine pulling that out. That would be just such a mind bend. Suspect with Wandering Ones. And they might have wandered a little too far away. A blue 1/1, that's it!
No! God, please, no!
John with Evermind. Thank you very much for the super chat. This is 0 mana, draw a card, Evermind is blue, splice onto Arcane. How the hell do you cast this card? I don't get it. It's got no casting cost. Do I really need to have As Foretold in play? I'm supposed to splice onto Arcane, but unfortunately I don't know what that means. I've never spliced anything onto Arcane. It's never happened. Splice, you have to splice. You guys think I know how splice works? You know, very rarely someone will splice onto Arcane on Magic the Gathering Online, and I'm just like, okay, the client knows how this is working. I trust the client. Reading the card explains the card. Not really in this. As you play an arcane spell, this one, which I can't even play in the first place, you may reveal this card from your hand. Oh, I have to play another arcane spell and pay its splice cost. If you do, add this card's effect to that spell. This is terrible. Which makes it very good for the show, I must say. Everyone knows that Nikachu can't read. I can read. If I couldn't read, this show would be over, like, instantaneously. I'd just be like, oh, okay, I'll look up this card. That's it. Are we done there? Alice the Wild Mage, or sorry, Elis the Wild Mage. If lands count, lands do not count. Not for this show. We need 1 mana or 2 mana cards. Norn the Wary, actually too strong for this show. Nolan. Way too strong. The Red Scout defensive stance. There are whole decks built around Norn the Wary, I'll have you know that. Defensive stance, a blue aura. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets -1/+1. That is pathetic. It is pathetically bad. I wonder, oh, you could put it on someone else's creature, though. Yeah, I really don't want to get dealt damage by your 1-power creature. It would be a shame if I got attacked by the Wandering Ones. I just have to shrink it down with this damn defensive stance. I'm seeing a lot of Alabaster Leech. Is this 1 mana? I thought this was 2 mana. Oh, this card, yeah. The 1 mana 1/3 that taxes your white spells for eternity. The 1 mana 1/3 tax your white spells for eternity. Unless you sacrifice or kill it or something. Evan with Disarm. Spelled that one wrong. Disarm. Blue instant. Unattach all equipment from target creature. You know, it'd be good versus germs, actually. Yeah, so like a germ from Cauldron Complete or Batterskull or something. We're gonna unequip this equipment from you, and now you are worthless. You are nothing without your equipment, your exoskeleton. You're a 0/0 germ that just shrivels up and dies. Stranger Candy. Can I get Camel? You can get Camel. You got Camel. It's a 0/1 with bands. All creatures attacking in a band with Camel are immune to damage done by deserts. You know what? That might be good in the Arabian Nights block set. You know, you never know. It could be good. We got King Ginger with Floodhound. This is a blue 1/2. Ooh, for 3 mana, we can investigate. And we can draw a card. So for the low cost of 5 more mana in the future, oh, that is Value Town! If you're desperate enough. Okay, next up, we've got... Amulet Vigor is broken. Dredge is also... Dredge is not a card. Is Dredge a card? I assume Dredge is not actually a card. Oh, there's a card called Dredge. Sacrifice a creature or land to draw a card. Wow, greatness. This is called taking something to the pawn shop. Alright? Except, I don't think you can get your thing back. Once it's gone, it's gone. I mean, I guess unless you're literally a Dredge deck. Okay. Aether Wild Mage with the Tidal Flats. Tidal Flats, a blue enchantment. Blue. All your creatures that are blocking any non-flying creatures gain first strike until end of turn. The attacking player may pay 1 for each attacking creature to prevent Tidal Flats from giving that creature's blockers first strike. Holy smokes! Oh, I see. For a blue, all the creatures that are blocking any non-flying creatures Well, is it only on defense? So all my creatures blocking my opponent's creatures gain first strike, but then my opponent can pay to like neuter this thing. Is it just many degrees of bad that we definitely don't see these days? You know, they don't make these cards like they do anymore. You know, they don't make them like they do. Magic the Gathering has just lost touch with its former ways. Lowry Bayer with how about Obelisk? Obelisk of Undoing. 1 mana, pay 6, tap, return target permanent you own and control to your hand. This is probably the most useful card I've seen all day. Like, it's not good on turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or probably 6. But you know what, one day, when you have like, you're just top decking lands, you might want to save your stuff from your opponent's spells. They try to target it, you bounce it right back to your hand. Kagan with, is Captive Weird bad enough? I bet it is. We got a blue 1/3. No, if it sees limited play, it's bad enough. It's a blue 1/3 Defender. Now for 3 mana and Phyrexian, we get to transform this fellow. What are we gonna transform into? Into the 3/3 Phyrexian Weird. When this creature transforms into the completed Conjurer, exile the top card of your library. Until the end of your turn, you may play that card. But with 1 mana, I like wasted 3 mana just to get to flip this thing over. Cat Incorporated with Pyramid of the Pantheon. Pyramid of the Pantheon is a 1 mana artifact. Pay 2, tap. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Put a brick counter on your Pyramid of Pantheon. I don't know about the rest of you, but like I feel like we just shortchanged ourselves. We just spent 2 mana to get 1 mana back. Then we can tap, add 3 mana of any 1 color to your mana pool. Activate this ability only if there are 3 or more brick counters on Pyramid of Pantheon. It's not the worst card I've ever seen. I'm certainly not playing with this damn card. Like, what's going on here? Okay, like, we need... How many do we have to remove? 3? So I invested 6 mana into this thing. I got 3 up front, and I get 3 more later on. That's terrible. It's almost like a storage counter card. Mystic Might from David. A lot of blue cards on here. Blue, Aura to the Lands. Commutative upkeep of 2. When Mystic Might comes into play, choose target land you control. Pay 0, tap, land, Mystic Might enchants to give target creature +2/+2 until end of turn. I have no idea exactly what this said. Makes absolutely no sense to me. Okay, we enchant a land we control. Commutative upkeep 2. Enchanted land has tap. Target creature gets +2. Oh, we can buff up our creatures. I hear ya. No, no. There's not many blue beatdown decks, you know what I mean? The Delver doesn't... And like, how long are we gonna have this in play for? I'm just imagining some deck trying to use this with Leviathan or something, you know, late in the game. All right, I got this Leviathan in play. Hey, I'm gonna put a Mystic Might in play. You know, let's buff up that Leviathan, make it a 2-turn clock, because I think it's already an 8/8. Sagacious. You don't remove the counters to make mana with the Pyramid. Oh, it's permanent, is it? Okay. Then that's better, I guess. I still don't like it. I would never play with that thing. Dwarven Ponies 2 mana. I know that one. Patrick Flies. Telepathy. You don't like telepathy, huh? Does literally nothing, but opponents hate it. No, it does everything. It might not really be anything to you, but it'll be everything to your opponents. Because, like, everyone knows... Everyone can see the danger. Right? Your opponent has, like, a win condition in hand. It's like... all of a sudden, the plans have changed. And everyone goes after them. And everyone knows their answers. If you do this, I know you can do this. I know you know that I know that I can counter the spell. Heard it speeds up games too, if you don't like that sort of thing. Steve Cooper, thank you very much for your super chat. Elms, and donate too. Whoa! White Enchantment. Pay 1, remove the top card in your graveyard from the game. Prevent 1 damage to any creature. You basically suck up your own graveyard. And it only can prevent damage to the creatures. And you still have to spend mana. This is a lot of work to protect our creatures. Phyrexian Dreadnought is broken. Definitely disqualified. Dwarven Pony's worn mana? Do I not know my pony? Oh, you're right. Oh, wait, it's an activated ability of 2 mana. All right, it counts. 1 red for a 1/1. But for 2 mana, tap Dwarven, target dwarf gains Mount Walk until end of turn. The Dwarven Pony will set you through. They know the mountains. They know the mountains better than anybody. Just look at this pony. They've seen mountains like no one else has seen before. The bone saw's ready. Oh, you're talking about actual bone saw? We do this? Oh, I guess we didn't do this one. 0 mana. Equip creature gets +1/+0. You can equip for 1. I dare you to put this in your deck. I dare you. Nathan, the magical hack. Is that a real card? There's literally magical hacker. That is so geeky. Okay, magical hack. No computer in this picture. Blue interrupt. Change the text of target permanent or spell by replacing all instances of one basic land type with another. It would be a shame if I turned that Magus of the Moon and instead it says mountain. Turn it to forest. Turn into a forest, and then all of a sudden you don't have red mana for that lightning bolt. Sorry about that. Shuko before Modern Horizons 3? This is not entirely true. This was actually a win condition in Legacy. There was already a combo deck that played Shuko. Now, outside of this combo deck, it's pretty poor. Because its main ability is just to equip for 0, but it did literally have 1 combo deck. MTG Gaming Bob, the Trade Caravan. Trade Caravan, a white for a 1/1. Human Nomad. During your upkeep, put a currency counter on Trade Caravan. Pay 0. Remove 2 currency counters from your Trade Caravan to untap target basic land. Use ability only during an opponent's upkeep. What? That is so ridiculously narrow. Remove 2 counters. Untap target basic land. Activate only during an opponent's upkeep. That's useless to me. That is just absolutely stone cold garbage. I guess maybe for some control decks they might want this. Maybe it's possible. Not the Zilla with I feel Glasses of Urza might be maybe too good. Glasses of Urza. Look at target player's hand for... You know what? It's a unique effect. I don't think anyone would like playing with this card. I don't think it's... I don't know. Are you playing with the Glasses of Urza in your commander deck? Admit it. You're not. Chaos Extreme, thank you so much for your super chat. The Stream of Life, if X's count. They don't. Hunt down if they don't. Hunt down. Because, like, X's, like... You could say, like, all cards are bad if X is 0, you know what I mean? Too cheatsy. Green Sorcery. Target creature blocks target creature this turn if able. It's like a lure effect. Except it's a one-shot shabam. Sheelan with the Brave Kin Duo. It's a new card. It's pretty bad. Oh, it's so cute. It's a white 1/1. Pay 1, tap. Target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. But you can only do it as a sorcery. What? This is the crappiest combat trick of all time. Oh, you're not going to see this coming. I will just slowly... Okay, and now I'm going to charge. You didn't see anything. And it's only until end of turn. It's not even like we get a counter on this damn thing. Shadow Walker. Did we look at Urza's sunglasses? You playing with leg? Or is this a different one? Oh no, this is the other one. Sorry, yeah. Urza has many glasses. Reading glasses, driving glasses, sunglasses. 3 mana artifact. Oh, it's disqualified. It's 3 mana. We got some disqualifications here. Yeah, we did one with nothing. It's been done. Dogtarian, the Kobold family. I'll just look up Kobold. We have like the Kobold. We got the Crimson Kobolds. We've got the Crookshank Kobolds. Who else do we got? The Kobold Drill. No, sorry, this one. This one's 2 mana. Sorry, the Kobolds of Care Keep. What the hell is a kobold? Is it like a goblin but with no meat on their bones? Hence why they can't attack for crap? Yeah, 3 cost absolutely disqualified. Benjamin with fasting. Well, I have super chat stuff to get to. 1 mana white. You may choose to skip your draw phase. If you do, you gain 2 life. The low cost of our draw phase. If you would draw a card for any reason, fasting is destroyed. During your upkeep, put a hunger counter on fasting. When fasting has 5 hunger counters on it, it is destroyed. I'm just wondering, is there a way to like break this card? I don't know how. You need like infinite turns and to never draw cards ever again. King Ginger, thanks so much for your super chat. Let's take a look at the Claws of Gix. Those claws, they're sharp. 0 mana artifact, pay 1. Sacrifice this permanent to gain a singular, only 1 life point. Nothing else. I'm at 41 life, fellas. Come get it, all right? You can't deal with this heat. I'm way beyond your level. You're never gonna catch up to me. Okay, next up, we just did Dwarven Pony. We didn't do Cocoon though. Was there a Cocoon card? I don't know how to spell this. I'm getting. Oh no, here it is. Okay. Oh god, it's one of those cards. Okay, hold on. Enchant creature you control for a single green. When Cocoon enters, tap enchanted creature and put 3 Poopa counters on Cocoon. Enchanted creature doesn't untap during your untap step if Cocoon has a Poopa counter on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove a Poopa counter from Cocoon. If you can't, sacrifice it and put a +1/+1 counter on enchanted creature, and that creature gains flying. I feel like I read a lot of cards and I didn't go anywhere. I read a lot but didn't understand a damn thing. Next super chat from Kagan. The Rhyme Dryad. Green 1/2. Is it like a Snow Dryad? No, but it does have snow-covered Forest Walk. That's crazy. Snow-covered Mountain Walk? No good. Snow-covered Plains Walk? No idea how to traverse through this. But the forest that's covered in snow, this Rhyme Dryad will lead you to absolute victory. Okay, next, we're going to look at more terrible Magic the Gathering cards at 1 to 0 mana. But we got to thank today's sponsor, FusionGamingOnline.com. Don't forget Bloomborough Singles, hot and ready. Find those hot singles in your area from Fusion Gaming. They'll deliver it to your area one way or another through FusionGamingOnline.com. Canadian store, but ships internationally. And don't forget, the 19th anniversary. I can't believe it. Is it even 19 years? I guess so. I've known Fusion like before even 2010, so it's been beyond that. Celebrate by getting certain items up to 50% off at checkout, and don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu. It probably doesn't work during the sale because this is such a blockbuster blowout sale. But if you're too late for that big sale, use coupon code Nikachu at checkout for 5% off everything at checkout. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. You can rent the terrible cards. You can rent the good cards. They've got old cards in inventory. You can do that, and by doing that, you can play more decks for cheaper. You don't have to be worried about your decks getting banned. You can play more decks, and you have that competitive edge. When a deck goes from tier 0 to tier 1, you don't want to play that deck. You want to play tier 0. Rent with Mana Traders. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu _25K. Let's go back to the Rhyme Dryad. And let's look at Nathan's Soulnet. Ooh, 1 mana artifact. Whenever a creature is put into a graveyard from play, you may pay 1. If you do, gain 1 life. Just have to make a board. You need someone else to board wipe, and you're gonna cash in on that soul net. Next up, King Ginger with the Dark Sphere. This is a 0 mana artifact. Tap, sacrifice Dark Sphere to prevent half of the damage done to you by a single source rounded down. This is the crappiest fog I've seen in all time. Maybe if you can like somehow loop this from the graveyard to have like some utility, but you're only like preventing half the damage. Next up, we're gonna take a look at Mercarcher Tunnel. It's pretty useless. I mean, it's basically a dead card. That's what we want to see today. Bury target wall, and they'll never see it coming. Man, these types of cards must feel so sweet when you get to pull it off. Like, it just has a target, and your opponent is just like, wow. Wow. If I didn't play that wall, that card probably was not seeing any play for the rest of the game. We did Alabaster Leech. Next up, we'll take a look at... Oh no, Super Chat. Nola! Thanks so much for your Super Chat. We've got Brown Urf. X cards don't count, so Everflowing Chalice disqualified. Brown Oof. I think it's Brown Oof. Okay, Brown Oof. I'll donate your second one. This is a... hold on. Maybe I'll look up Everflowing in a second. Okay, a green 1/1 Oof. Pay 2. Tap. Counter target activated ability from an artifact source. Incredibly. You know what we could counter? You know what we could counter, Nola? We could counter the damn Dark Sphere! That's right. Dark Sphere, you didn't even see it coming. I counter your ability with my Brown Oof. Here, hold on. Let's look at Everflowing Chalice. I forgot the kicker is X. I think you can play this for... You can play this... You can play... Okay, you can play this for nothing. So this one actually counts. Play it for 0. And then... That's it. Behold my Everflowing Chalice. Literal donut. Donut power level card. Dennis. Acavian money. Oh no, we saw the money changer. Changing that money. Duke Firebird. Archery training. White. Enchant creature. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put an arrow counter on archery training. Enchanted creature has tap. This creature deals X damage to target attacking or blocking creature, where X is the number of arrow counters on the archery training enchanting this creature. I don't understand this card. It's like, did we like, we're building up arrows, but then we don't lose them after that. Just trying to figure out the lore, what the flavor is here. Okay, King Ginger, the herbal poultice. I don't know what a poultice is. 0 mana. It's an artifact. Pay 3. Sacrifice it to regenerate target creature. Most expensive regeneration ever. Plus, your opponent will see it coming. Like, it's literally on the battlefield. It's not like there's any sort of sweet combat trick here. And you have to hold up 3 mana for absolutely nothing. Next up, Hator with the Ailing Leprechaun. Everyone knows leprechauns are extinct. It's a green 1/1 fairy. All creatures that... I never thought of fairies as leprechauns. Where's your wings, leprechaun? Where's your wings? Okay, whenever Ailing Leprechaun blocks or becomes blocked by a creature, that creature becomes green. I've got the green thumb, does it? The Ailing Leprechaun is like King Midas, except turns everything green. There'll be one with the leaf, that's for sure. Oh yeah, they both counted as terrible, Nola. They were both absolutely terrible. Will Anderson, Pact of the Titan. Is that the tutor for a 4/4? You know what? You're not right. We're basically spending 5 mana for a 4/4 creature. It's cost 0. You get a 4/4. At the beginning of your next upkeep, though, you gotta pay. You have to pay 5 mana. But here's the kicker: if you don't, you lose the game. See, they come to. This is what happens when you're like buying 4/4 red giants on credit and you don't have money come payday. Draconic, a dragon hunter. White 2/1 human warrior. Protection from dragons. Dragon hunter can block dragons as though it had reach. Oh, I was about to say, like, this would be really bad if, like, it didn't have flying or something. But this one actually can. It's very narrow. I mean, I think it's very, very narrow. That being said, this is better than Jackal Pup by a huge mile. Next up, we're gonna look at Chaos Extreme. Did we do the Benediction of the Moons? I do not believe so. What the hell? Benediction. Oh, sorry, of moons. Benediction. You throw a thought in there and, like, Scryfall's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Could be anything. It's a white sorcery. You gain 1 life for each player. Wow, that really... You know what? This thing blows in a 4-player game. But it's, like, super extra sucks in a, like, 1-on-1 game. Did they assume, like, maybe some people are playing 20-player games? Which, in that case... We gotta have a show of that. What cards that go broken when there's 20 players in the game. Okay, Haunt. Oh yeah, when this spell card is put into a graveyard after resolving, remove it from the game, haunting target creature. When the creature Benediction of Moon's Haunt is put into a graveyard, you gain 1 life for each player. You get a 2-for-1 around here. Teferi's Protection? Isn't that 3 mana? This is a broken card. This card is supremely popular and powerful. Dustin with Brass Man. Ooh. It's like the Tin Man. Looking for, what was it, Heart? I think it was Heart. It's funny. The Tin Man, the Straw Man, both didn't have a heart or a brain. So they knew where their priorities were. Okay, we have a 1 mana 1/3. Brassman doesn't untap during your untap step. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may pay 1. If you do, you untap your Brassman. We did all the kobolds. We did Arkham Slay too. We did, I can't get Indicate. I don't know how to look up that damn thing. We did Alabaster Leech. Come on, Cabal Therapy is literally like a tier 1 card. Jeweled Amulet. We're running into the disqualification moment of the show. 0 mana artifact, pay 1, tap, put a charge counter on Jeweled Amulet. Note the type of mana spent to pay this activation cost. Plays ability only if there are no charge counters on Jeweled Amulet. What are we going to do with these charge counters? Well, we're going to tap, remove a charge counter to add 1 mana of Jeweled Amulet's last noted type. Put a charge, know the type it with. Oh, we spent mana to put it on there. We're saving the mana. We're literally storing it. That's how it works around here. Crowcar Games, thank you very much for your super chat. The Blood Tallow Candle. Wouldn't pay for that. Who would, Crowcar Games? Who would? Okay, it's a 1 mana artifact. Pay 6, tap, sacrifice the Blood Tallow Candle. Target creature gets -5/-5 until end of turn. It's not permanent. Not even in the slightest. Georth with Consecrated Land. Consecrate Land. White Enchant Land. Enchant Land is indestructible and can't be enchanted by other auras. I might even want to put this on your... I might want to put this on... There's like one purpose, right? Put this on Dark Steel Citadel the indestructible land, so no one can like equip it with like Ensoul Artifact or something like that. Just gotta put the quotes around the name. All right, hold on. What is it? Indicate. Okay, let's look up indicate. Did it work? Is it gonna work? Could it possibly work? I have an idea. Into something. No, it didn't show up here either. No, it just doesn't exist. Sorry about that. Cabal Therapy is good. It's good, Jess. It's good. Too good for this show. Hamad with Cinder Walls. Some cards are too good for this show, damn it. Is it Cinder Wall? Cinder Wall, a red 3/3 with Defender. And if it blocks, you destroy it at end of combat. So long, sucker. Okay, Kagan with a Spare Dagger. I mean, guaranteed 1 damage. 1 damage is 1 damage. The journey of a 40 miles starts with a single damage. Pay 1 for an equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 and has whenever this creature attacks. You may sacrifice spare Dagger. When you do, this creature deals 1 damage to any target. Also equipped for 1. Bojack Yellow, Well Wood. Green 0/3. Just a green 0/3 with Defender. Terrible card. Elise. Did we do the Merchant Ship? Let's go with Merchant Ship. It's a blue 0/2. And when it attacks and is not blocked, you gain a whole 2 life. And it cannot attack unless an opponent controls an island. Merchant Ship is destroyed immediately if any time you have no islands in play. Oh, we got Hinaria with the Goblin Cadets. They're only cadets. Red 2/1. Whenever it blocks or becomes blocked, target opponent gains control of it. Oh, God. Okay, so finally... Oh, wow. You may not want it to get blocked by the Wall of Wood. Finally, Wall of Wood beats... It's funny how another bad Magic the Gathering card, terrible Magic the Gathering card, undermines another terrible Magic the Gathering card. Someone's got to tell card market just make decks filled with the worst Magic the Gathering cards and see how like they interact versus each other. The worst of the worst. Some of them will end up being good. Grokor Games with Chimeric Coils. All I needed was haste. So close. 1 mana, artifact, pay X1. The Coils becomes an XX artifact creature. Sack it at end of turn. Yeah, this is, you know, it's not even that good. Just sinking a bunch of mana into this thing every single turn. This is so much worse than Experiment 1. Or is it Experiment? Not Experiment 1. Wandering 1? Something 1? The 1? What am I thinking of? The Eldrazi. Oh, I don't remember its name. The X Eldrazi. You know, sink all your mana into it immediately, and then it's just like that for forever. Okay, next up. We did Arkham Slay, Jess. We did Arkham Slay too. Okay, Bill didn't get a card yet. A Cursed Centaur. We got a black 2/2 zombie centaur. When a Cursed Centaur comes into play, sack a creature. We might even be sacrificing itself. Hator with the Brutal Suppression. This one deserved a super chat. Thanks so much for your super chat. It's a red enchantment. Activated abilities on rebel cards. Cost an additional sacrifice a land to pay. They're not gonna. The rebels are not gonna like to hear that one. Hedgeman with Sleight. Sleight. Is it Sleight of Mind or Sleight of Mind? Sleight of Mind. Sleight. Is it Sleight of Hand? Or Slay of Hand? I don't know what is it of Mind? Let me look up Mind. Of Mind! Is there a Sleight of Mind here? Slay of Mine. You know what? I think I misspelled it. Okay, it's a blue interrupt. Change the text of target permanent or spell by replacing all instances of one color word with another. Oh yeah, you have protection from green. Well, I'll give my green. Sorry, you have protection from blue. I don't know why you have protection from blue, but I'll give my blue creature. Make it a green. That's it. You didn't see that one coming. We definitely did Juju Bubble. We did a lot of these cards. I don't think we did Will-O-the-Wisp. Will-O-the-Wisp. The Wisp! Black 0-1 flying. Pay a black, regenerate it. And be done with it. Steve Cooper! Do is funny indicate. Ah, saving us all, aren't you? Okay. Do is funny indicates. And a donation. Do is... Oh, sorry, you just say is. Should just give me the prompt. Indicates! For 0 mana, we're going to target the permanent. You've been targeted. Image. Illusions hate this card. Destroy them with this one simple trick. It's funny, illusions, it's like, I think, therefore I am. Or it's more like, if you think, you get destroyed. Brutal suppression on yourself? Did we just look at this card? It would be terrible if you did that to yourself. If you're putting that in your own rebel deck. Mr. Very Smart. Branded Brawlers. Red 2/2 Soldier. Can't attack if defending player controls an untapped land. Branded Brawlers can't block if you control an untapped land. We gotta tap down all our lands just to block some damn creature. We've got Austin with the Darkest Hour. Oh, it's supposed to be hour, not hours. Black. All creatures are now black. That's it. So if you had protection from red, this is actually sort of a sick way to get around protection from red. I should also say all the spells are black too. Let's get another one from Christopher B. Turn to dust. From dust to dust. Oh, sorry, it's turn to dust, not return to dust. Okay, we got a green instant. Destroy target equipment. Then add green to your mana pool. Well, this is a hell lot better than the one that's like unequip the creature from the equipment. And then that's it. Completely useless. Next up, we'll take a look at Crowcore Games with the Iron Star. Why are there more than one of these? You mean this is a series, you're telling me? It's a cycle. 1 mana artifact. Whenever a player plays a red spell, you may pay 1. If you do, you gain 1 life. Oh, this is like Circle of Protection from anybody. For anybody. Like, anyone can play this card. Interesting. Very, very interesting. This being the best one for sure. Merc Archer. Ivory Cop. I don't think we've seen that one. Oh, it's the cycle of bad cantrip artifacts. Pay 1 whenever a player plays a white spell. Well, it's not a cantrip, right? We don't draw any cards off of this. Whenever a player plays a white spell, you may pay 1, and if you do, you gain 1 life. See, this one is useless. Nobody's gonna play this unless you have infinite mana to beat, I don't know, some 1/1 token deck of some sort. How do you have no card yet? You literally super chatted Nola. It's more like no card yet for free. False Peace. It's a white. Target player can't attack on the next turn. You know, honestly, this is like... It's terrible. I wouldn't play this, but it's on the better range of all this other random crap we have in here. Gutshot is amazing. It's actually really... Well, it used to see a lot of competitive play. Now it doesn't see anything. We got Eve Nova. Evermind. Evermind. Oh, we did Evermind. Yeah, I agree. This is stone cold useless. Bell, thanks so much for your super chat. We got the Angel's Herald. Sacrifice a lot and receive little. You have this card in mind 2 weeks from now. We're gonna have a show where it's like cards that give more than they take. We have a white 1/1, 3 mana, tap, sacrifice a green creature, a white creature, and a blue creature. Search your library for a card named Imperial Archangel and put into play. What the hell did we sacrifice all this stuff for? Imperial Arc. Is that any good? Well, it's a 5/8 with Shroud. You know, it's not bad. It's not bad. And this was at 1 mana. We could have this online by turn 3. It's possible. We have the technology. Oh, Onibushu with threatening roar hype. Threatening roar hype. Threaten roar. Roar hype. Is it supposed to be boar? Not roar? How about boar hype? None of this exists. Okay, backspace. Backspace. Mox Emerald disqualified. It's too good. It's too good. Threatening. Oh, is it you? Oh, it's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Is there your Yu-Gi-Oh reference? Okay. A lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players here. Fabricio with the Molting Harpy. Ugh. A lot of feathers on this thing. It's very weird to see, like, almost like a full human being just covered in feathers. Okay, oops, okay, this is a black 2/1 mercenary flying. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice Molting Harpy unless you pay 2. Yeah, this is so much like... Is it like a Sphinx? Sort of, I guess. Next super chat from Kagan. The Elven Fortress. It's only decent with a lot of mana. I don't blame you. So for green, we have an enchantment, 2 mana, target blocking creature gets +0/+1 until end of turn. So correction, it is only remotely useful when you have a lot of mana. Then it's outstandingly useless otherwise. Yeah, so we did that one. We did the leech. Have I been to Vegas? Millions of times. I got the beta. I reached the beta booster. Sorry, the beta booster draft in Vegas. Nate says Harpy would be moderately okay if you paid 1 instead of 2, but at 2 it's totally unplayable. Luha says, I now realize that my first pick, Kathar's Shield, is strictly better than Kite Shield, which doesn't give vigilance. Yeah, exactly. Might be good in a Tree Folk deck. Yeah, I'm a Magic the Gathering player. Of course I love Vegas. You gotta go to Vegas to, you know, crank the slot machines. I'm just kidding. I don't play the slots. I did it. I've had, I think, 1 pull when I just turned 18. I think I won $2.50 and I cashed out. I am technically ahead on the house. I have beaten the house. We're not going back. I'm not gonna put the money back. I'm $2.50 ahead, and I bought a Coke from the McDonald's that was inside the place. Toads with Utopia Mycon. 1 green, 0/2 fungus. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a spore counter on Utopia Mycon. Remove 3 spore counters to get a singular 1/1 green sapling token. Sacrifice the sapling. Actually, this is not bad. This whole sacking the sapling to convert into mana, that's actually pretty good. Your upkeep, but we have to spend 3 upkeeps to get 1 mana. A singular mana. Don Salvatore. What do you got for us? We've got, what's up, Nikachu? Finally made it to Diamond. Oh, congratulations, Don Salvatore. And with that super chat, congratulations on Diamond. With that, I'm going to donate it to Ferginka. The Artifact Ward deserves its time on the show. For a white, it's an enchant creature. Target creature cannot be blocked by artifact creatures, and any damage taken from an artifact source is reduced to 0. Target creature is unaffected by any artifacts effects that target it. I needed this in the Walking Ballista meta. This is a great card. Anti-Walking Ballista tech. Super anti-Walking Ballista. Hex Drinker is like so much better than all these cards. You can turn into True Name Nemesis for crying out loud. This is a family-friendly show, Michael. Talking about stone throwing devils. This is a family. I'm trying to keep a family-friendly show around here. All right, what do we got next? Ooh, Arrow with Avon Envoy. Ornithopter, but worse. True, actually. This is worse than Ornithopter. It's the blue Ornithopter. It's like Ornithopter evolved into the Avon Envoy. It grew up to turn into a bird. Vinovsky, Cathar's Shield is in my weak cube, but it is boring. I think we did this one, if I remember correctly. Oh, we didn't actually. I don't think we did this one. 0 mana equipped creature gets +0/+3 and also has equip for 3. Does anyone else not get a card yet? I don't know if Evan got a card. Soul Devi Sentry. Ah! This is scary. So what? This is like something out of my nightmares. Silver Surfer, for crying out loud. 1 mana, 1/1. Pay 1, regenerate. Target opponent may draw a card. Oh my god, this is absolutely an abomination. Target opponent may draw a card. Do I get to choose the opponent? This is an interest. Do what? This is a very interesting group hug card. So if you have infinite mana, you could make someone draw out their deck. This has potential. Infinite mana. I'm going to play the card you didn't expect me to play. The Soul Devi Sentry. And with my 100 billion mana, I will regenerate the Soul Devi Sentry. Oh, it says May? Ah, damn it. Just completely screwed up all my plans. Okay, so it's as bad as it looks. Yeah, if it wasn't a May, this probably would see tournament play. Could you regenerate when sacking? No, you can't. Regeneration only happens upon destroying or dealing a lethal amount of damage. We have Retrothopter. Oh no, 2/2 anyway. What? I don't get it. There's something called a Roterothopter. It exists. Oh, it's a 1 mana Ornithopter, but it does have a free ability. 2 mana Roterothopter gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Play this ability no more than twice each turn. So for 4 mana, we're gonna get in there. We're gonna get in there. Next up. Ooh, Stanel. If you can make breaks the spell good. Not sure what that is. SHG Earthbind. Yeah. What does this card even do? Enchant creature. When it enters, if enchanted creature has flying, Earthbind deals 2 damage to that creature. Okay, it deals 2 damage to it has flying, and Earthbind gains enchanted creature loses flying. Okay, so at the very least, you lose flying. What if it didn't have flying in the first place? So is this only for flying creatures? With Earthbind enters, if enchanted creature has flying, it deals 2 damage and it loses flying. So I guess it does nothing if you were never This is actually not banned artwork. It is just distasteful in many contexts. That's all. All right, that's all. It is technically not banned. It is not a socially banned or socially insensitive. Well, you could argue that anyway, but it's not in that category. Wizards is okay with the Earthbind. They're just like, don't make a playmat out of this. Please don't make sleeves out of this. It's like, that's fine, okay? It's okay. Next up, we got Crowcore Games. Oh yeah, I saw you had a replacement though. What was your replacement? Croker Games. It was... I got Snipe. Vision Charm. Oh, I believe in Vision Charm. I think is this what I remember? Oh, no, it's not. I'm thinking of Piracy Charm. Okay, a blue instant. Choose one. Target artifact phases out, or put the top 4 cards from target player's library into their graveyard, or all lands of one type are basic lands of your choice until end of turn. For 1 turn, an instant speed. 1 type. So basically, at the beginning of your upkeep, all plains are now swamps. Good luck. Good luck casting anything off your swamps, damn it. Elves of Deep Shadow literally sees a lot of play. Michael, you're full of swings and misses today. Oh, we got Kagan with the animate wall. We're gonna turn a wall into an attacker. White, enchant wall. Enchanted wall can attack as though it didn't have defender. Get in there, enchanted wall. I'm free. Is there like a face on here? Oh, there is. It's like a thwomp. This is like literally a thwomp. So it's going to attack by floating in the air and then crashing down super fast. Okay, next we got... Mamnite is too strong. Too strong for this show. Way too strong. Did we do Balduvian Shaman? I don't know. Maybe we did. Balduvian Shaman. Incredibly spicy. This show would be a fail without it. Oh, this thing. It's the change. For a blue, it's a 1/1. Tap. Change the text of target white enchantment you control that doesn't have commutative upkeep by replacing all instances of one word with another word. This is, you know what? Balduvian Shaman just has very specialized skills. That's all. Very specialized skills. Just spent their entire life trying to learn how to replace the color of one word on an enchantment you control with something else. Also, it can't have commutative upkeep? What a weird card. Read until the end? You mean the, I read. I didn't read the ancient text, though. Okay, next up. Wheel of Fate. From Fabricio. Each player discard. This card's way too good. Way too. We did Cocoon. Alex Bruce with the Glyph of Life. White instant. Damage done to target wall by attacking creatures is added to your life point total. What the hell does that mean? Instant. Choose target wall creature. Whenever that creature is dealt damage by an attacking creature this turn, oh, you gain that much. You're going to gain that much life. It's basically life gain from your opponent's attack. Not really a fog, though. Okay, next up, we got Algot. Look up set MB2 search. All right, you got it. MB2 search. Search elemental. Okay, we have a blue 1/1. Whenever you search your library, scry 1. That seems absolutely nuts. Scryfall. Scryfall. Whenever you scry, put a +1/+1 counter on search elemental. It can't be blocked this turn. This card's like way too good. This is way too good for this show. I'm donating that one. Okay, Elise. Rousing Refrain is the worst Jessica's will. 5. This is 5 mana. Surefire Selves. Fire Drinker Satyr. Ooh. We got the futuristic Jackal Pop. 1 mana, 2/1. If it's dealt damage, it deals that much damage to you. 2 mana, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn. And it deals another 1 damage. This is like the dog. This is like the dog that bites its owner. All over the place. Someone invades the house, the dog like comes and barks and chews you up instead of attacking the invader. You skip the part where the Bolduvian Shaman adds cumulative upkeep 1 to the enchant. Oh, I didn't notice that part. I thought it was, maybe I just read it wrong. Adding cumulative upkeep just makes it infinitely worse. I don't know, did they playtest those cards back then? I don't think so. Just a random mage. We did Benediction of Moons. Desu! Look up Wild Dog. I think we did Wild Dogs. 99% certain. Yeah, we did Wild Dogs. We're running out of cards here. Kano, Goblin, Swine Rider. It's a swine. It's a red 1/1. Whenever it's blocked, it deals 2 damage to each attacking creature and 2 damage to each blocking creature. It's actually a pretty powerful effect. So if it's blocked, it deals 2 damage to each attacking creature. Oh no, that's terrible. That's our creatures. And 2 damage to each blocking creature. At least we're all going down together. I don't know what the swine has to do with that. It's bacon. It should gain us life. Evan with the Savin Elves. Savine Elves. I'm mispronouncing this for sure. Green 1/1 elf. Double green tap. Target enchanted land is destroyed. That is incredibly narrow. So if I spreading seas your land, you have the option to blow it up yourself. Is there a card called Prophecy? The prophecy has been fulfilled. White sorcerer, reveal the top card of target opponent's library to all players. If it is a land, you gain a life. That opponent then shuffles their library. Draw a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep. What an absolute house of a cantrip. And that's it for today. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed all these terrible cards at 0 to 1 mana. The worst of the worst. Oh, Croker Games just coming there. Coming in at the last second. Yoshian. Yoshian frontliner. Always gets a... Get a cut from my decks. Cut it from all your decks. 1 mana, 1/1. It attacks. Another target creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn. A complete, absolute complete stinker. You can also unearth it for a single white mana. And with that, that's the end of the show. If you want to be part of the show, you got to be here 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. Thanks to everyone who supports the channel. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or also super chat so other people are part of the show. And of course, we got to thank the coffee crew for being here today. People like Christopher B, Atechfu, we got Beam Bruley, Croker Games, Surefire Selves, Pagman, Desus, SHG, King Ginger, Jess, Evan, Kano, Ferginka, Toads, Arrow Bell, Benjamin Berkeley, Benjamin Berkey, Beam Bruley, Christopher B, we got Ellis, Pagman, am I missing anyone? Duke Firebird. Yeah, I got it. And everyone else. So thank you so much, Coffee Crew. So keep bringing up them coffees, and we'll keep bringing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next